A new report from fintech firm Chime shows that the 70% of working Americans subject to traditional pay cycle, 43% report having missed out on events, purchases, or services in the past 6 months due to financial delay. Joining us now to break down the findings and how consumers can navigate paycheck cycles is Chime's spending officer, Janelle Salanov. Janelle, great to have you here on this. So first and foremost here, just walk us through this finding here. Of those 70% and the percentage that are missing out on payments here, how can we kind of turn that tide, turn the ship the other way?
Absolutely. Happy Friday. And for many of us, happy payday. We at Chime have been for years and years thinking about how to build products and services that give everyday Americans greater control and flexibility over their finances. And what we had begun to see in our internal data, more than 7 million members that we work with, was that the traditional pay cycle just wasn't keeping pace with the realities of modern life. And so we did this research to really dig deeper into it. And as you mentioned, we are seeing many Americans across all generations, all demographics, who are being forced to miss out on important experiences and even essential services. As you mentioned, more than 40% of Americans have reported that they've needed to miss out on something important. That could be an event with a friend, a family gathering, taking a pet to the vet, because they were waiting for their paycheck. And 60% of Americans expect to face similar challenges in the next 6 months. It's quite pervasive. We call this FTMO, or forced to miss out, because that really is what it is. It represents not just the fear of missing out, we all know FOMO, but it's the reality of being forced to miss out and having to really pick and choose between those purchases.
Can you talk about how the different generations, how this impacts them, where millennials are experiencing FTMO versus perhaps Gen Zers who are a little earlier in their careers as well?
It's a great question, because so much research, and I'm sure, Brad, you see this in all the work you do, is that there are nuances and differences between generations. But what has really been fascinating in this research is that every generation is experiencing this the same way. Gen Z experiences this as often as millennials. I'll use myself as an example. I confess I'm not Gen Z, but in my personal life, I last week had to make the decision to buy my son a new soccer uniform, because as every parent knows, these kids keep growing, and he had outgrown it. We had hoped to get a second year out of it. And so it really is more about our lifestyles. It may show up in different types of purchases for different generations, or different segments of the American population. But we just see a pervasive need for all of us to, in essence, have to make those hard decisions about where we're going to be forced to miss out. And what's, I think, important for all of us to know is that the traditional 2-week pay cycle has been in place for 80 years. And if we think about how we spend our money, gosh, it looks a lot different than how we had our finances working 80 years ago. And so we really have this very antiquated way of getting paid, and it's hitting all of us.
Is there a better, real way of getting paid here? I mean, it seems like, and we've discussed this with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau as well, where we're just trying to get a sense of what is the best way to make sure that there is that relationship between company and employee, and having a payment schedule that doesn't off-route or put off so many major life events because you just didn't have it in that pay period.
Right. It's a great point. It's not a new problem, as you've mentioned, and we've all been solving it for decades in our own ways, borrowing from friends and family, sometimes needing to do a payday loan. More than 45% of Americans reported in this recent research having to use a credit card to avoid missing out on something in the last 6 months. And at Chime, we think there's got to be a better way, and we do believe that there are better ways than having to make these hard choices.
So yeah, that was a really good graphic how they show about how from baby boomer generations to all the way to the Generation Z generation, how the younger the generation, the more they feel they miss out and everything, and also looking at the payment cycle, there's multiple people that get paid twice every other week. There's some people that get paid every week. And if some millennials, well, I say majority of millennials and majority of Generation Z's, where they feel like they get paid every other week, they feel like they're missing out, or they really cannot save their money or really stretch their money to, to get by and everything. And there are some people think the pay cycle needs to be changed. Most people think it should be get paid every single week. Or some people think it's to stay the same and everything. But yeah, that's very, very interesting how the younger generation, you see there's more of a percentage that they feel like they're missing out more of how they get paid, what comes to the pay cycle, and how they manage their money as well. So go ahead, Hakeem, man. What's your take on this?
Brother, you always pick the best topics, especially when it comes to finance. Ron said this many shows in this statistic that most Americans keep barely $700 in their bank account. Budgeting, understanding your relationship with money, and emergency fund. Then you won't have a paycheck problem. Dave Ramsey's in the snowball method talks about this. First lesson on the snowball method is to create an emergency fund. Usually it's 3 months, but for people who are at a certain income bracket, you can start off with 300. Some people can start off with 1,000. Sometimes you just save your income tax checks. You always got to be prepared for when the worst thing to happen. And that's what it is. Shout outs to Sherry Bryan. He does have a fresh tape. Yeah. Ron, a lot of people's complimenting that fresh tape.
Well, like you say, you got a budget. That's why I'm able to get a fresh tape.
Hey, listen. The fact that she commented and said, "I'm jealous now."
Well, that's no reason to be jealous.
Listen,
because remember she'd be like, "Oh, Hakeem, you looking good, you looking handsome." Man,
she does, but she's commenting on you because that tape is razor sharp. Like I don't know if they cut you with a like with a laser. That shit's so clean. Like
if they had a laser blade.
Yeah.
No. It's not. I'll be honest. The secret is, I'll be honest, is because I got a hairstylist. Shout out to her. She be watching the show too. I got a hairstylist and she gave me like this ointment to make your tape shiny. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a shout out to her. It's like a grease, but it's olive oil grease that she handmade. She make it herself. So I support it. So yeah. But shout out to like he said, it's razor sharp.
Razor sharp.
It's not razor sharp. I got a shave like last week.
Hey, Sherry Bryan said, "Come close, baby. Don't get me my." Listen, Sherry, don't do it.
Women just love the dreads, bro. They love the dreads. I'm telling you, the dread game is always on. I keep telling people, dread hair doing the best, man. I don't understand. I'm just joking, but go ahead.
Dreads, but I got Pablo hair. You know? My head won't go a half an inch. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to be like Jordan. I'm trying to get my beard like his. I'm gonna be dreads on my beard.
I might cut it off. My daughter's pulling it too much.
Jordan look like the guy with the beard.
No, don't cut it off. Don't cut it off. Oh yeah, what you know?
I'm
don't cut it off.
Gonna cut it off. If I cut it off, she's gonna be like, "That's not my daddy. That's my."
Yeah, she's gonna cry. She's gonna cry. They gotta do a video because there's a guy that like freaking his daughter cut it off. Then you got, but now I have a shout out. I have a shout out to the mom running the Thomas Village that's also in the building. The mom father that's also in the building as well. Yeah, she look. I can't. She prefer low boys.
I do. That's a Miami thing. That's a Miami thing.
She love low boys, so it is what it is. Cowboys. The Cowboys until I die. Shout out to Jalen. That's also in the building.
No. Pat Mahomes life. Kansas City. He win the Super Bowl. I'm moving to Kansas City.
Now the Cowboys still going to the playoffs. Cowboys, 49ers, Detroit, all of them are still going to the playoffs.
This is not the Steve Madden era. Y'all lost. Listen, y'all era has been gone and done. Listen, Jalen, don't get mad.
Jalen, we play y'all soon in the next month or so. Sashi Bum, really?
Sashi Bum, you a Cowboys fan? Ain't you from DC?
A lot of people are Cowboys fans.
I thought he from DC.
But DC don't got no football team. Don't they got the Washington?
No, they don't. Yeah, the Commanders.
They got the Commanders. They got the Commanders.
Is it actually a NFL team?
Yeah, Commanders. Remember, it used to be the Washington R where I can't say that,
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
Because of the name.
My bad. I thought that was for Washington State, not DC.
Oh no, that's a Seattle. That's
brother Ron, share your location. Share your location secret from one brother to. I go to a place in Miami Gardens. Miami Gardens. If you're in Miami, it's a place in Miami Gardens. called. Damn, I forgot the girl. I gotta get the name. I'll let you know. But it's in Miami Garden.
Shout
She
out to
does an
JoJo
amazing
Hurdle.
job.
She
Yeah.
said, Jalen said, boxing man November. Oh, no smoke. Just because your
Oh, you
Cowboys,
talking about him?
just because your Cowboys are soft. No smoke, baby. No.
No, but they play the 49ers soon, the Cowboys, but I ain't going to that game. That's in Dallas. I ain't going to that game. That one not. I'm going to the one in Dolphin when they play the Dolphins. That's the one I'm going to. It's around November, Jordan. So that's my birthday gift to myself. I will be at the game,
That's a
closing
great
center.
Hey,
Yeah, that's my great for closing center. Go ahead.
listen, this is the best joke that Shiesty Bum has said. This is, you could be a comedian. This was methodical that she said, Hakeem watches soccer. He watching no football. Listen, when I see that I got it, I'm like, whoa. Because you know I'm a foreigner. Yeah.
Oh, Hakeem, she got you good. She let you
Yeah,
watch.
she got me good on that one. She got me good on that one.
No, but back to the main topic. You see, Sherry Brown, you threw us off track. You know what I'm saying? Don't give us no more compliments. You gonna throw us off track. No,
Yeah.
but back to the situation. Budgeting is very important. I keep telling people you can budget, even if you're not making a six figure. If you know how to budget, you can still live like a wealthy person, even though you're not even wealthy. It's just pretty much budgeting. Budgeting is the number one thing. People that live paycheck to paycheck is because the aspect they suffering through the lack of budgeting. That's why I watch Dave Ramsey religiously. When I watch the shows, you see people that called in who making six figure and they struggle so hard and they had such a massive debt. And the one thing he always say, are you budgeting? What is your budgeting like? And they budgeting be totally out of whack. They spending money that they really don't have. They think they have the money and they going beyond their means. But if you maintain that right budgeting and understand how much you make throughout the year, you could be able to still pay your bills, still be able to go on vacation, still be able to do what you need to do. And not even that, even if you have a lot of children, you can still be able to take care of your children. It's the aspect of budgeting.
Yeah.
You don't need to go out to every expensive restaurant every weekend. Planning for once a month, planning for 2 months. Just budgeting. I'm telling you, budgeting goes a mile away. Go ahead, Akeem.
So there's a friend of mine who was telling me about their brother and how they worked so much and saved so much money and didn't spend a lot. By the time they was at a certain age, they saved over $100 grand. Like, it's feasible. The problem is, we as Americans, we have habits. A lot of us got an eating habit. A lot of us love the wacky tacky. A lot of us love the bottle. If we was to remove these vices, we'll be rich. Because let me tell you something, and I'm going to land at this plane. America is the richest country on this planet for a reason. Some countries only make $2 a day. You know what I mean? A lot of us, like when people say black Americans or Americans are poor, I'm a foreigner. I say, how are you poor? You live in the ghetto and you have a cell phone. Most people in certain third world countries don't even have cell phones.
Facts.
Yeah, that's facts. I want to come to this, but when it comes to parents, I'm talking to the parents out there. I think it's very important for parents to make sure you teach your kids about financial literacy when it comes to start having a piggy bank. I don't see a lot of parents talk about piggy banks. You start with a piggy bank and you tell your kids, hey, let's start saving money. Save here and there and everything. Once they're getting older and everything, talk about different types of income they can make. For working a 9 to 5 to having stocks and everything. Residual income or income in here. That's a podcast as well. I feel like it's very, very important for parents to talk about different type of financial literacy when it comes to saving and making money anyways. I also think it's important for I thought about this the other day about when my daughter gets at a certain age, with their teenage years and everything. Hey, let's talk about having a financial emergency for financial emergency for anything, anything that can happen for you and everything. Really talk about it for a teenager and everything. So let's just say she has a part-time job or something like that, or allowances and everything. I'm going to teach her about, spend some for yourself and also set a percentage for yourself for a rainy day or something like that. And continue to teach, my daughter like that too. I think, I think parents should, really get involved, when they start with their teens and keep really, really bidding on. So, once they get out in the world, they really know how to save, they really know how to budget. So to all the parents, make sure you teach your kids about financial literacy and know how to save money, and also know how to make money from varieties of different ways. If you do that, I really believe, really the kids when they get out to the world and you see, I think a lot more people will have be better prepared of saving and also budgeting as well. So please, parents, make sure you teach your kids financial literacy and make sure you teach them learn how to save money as well.
Yeah, on your on a spotlight live, sweetheart. Where you been at, man? I sent you an email. You haven't responded to my email. I'm still waiting for you to come on so we can talk about this financial literacy. Check your email, respond to me back so we can set it up because she's also talking about financial literacy as well on her channel. But shout out to her. Not only that, but shout out to this new subscriber that's also in the building.
That's not a new subscriber. That's Narratives and Dialogues. That's his other channel.
Oh, that's his other channel.
That's his other channel.
Yeah, because I was like, who is?
Yeah.
I was like, who is that? So that's his other channel. Okay, shout out to him. What happened to his original channel? He probably didn't want to go on
there.
there.
He just was going on there, and everybody subscribe to that channel right there.
All right, cool. I'm gonna subscribe to it as well.
One point on the spot live. We're waiting for you to come here so we can have that conversation about real estate. We're waiting. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I am, because I do have questions about real estate. Because I'm someone that is trying to get into real estate. Don't know yet, or probably just want to invest in real estate.
Ashton, when you mean you broke, how broke are you?
No.
What you talking about broke?
Listen, Ashton.
It's not broke. We can make money. We have some money.
Ashton got motion. How you broke?
That's all I say. I rebuked that.
Come on, man. Ashton, don't say that, man. You the richest man on YouTube. What you talking about, brother?
Yeah, brokenness is a mindset. It's a mindset. It's all in the mind. Exactly. Whatever you tell yourself, gonna manifest itself, and that's facts. And I respond. You didn't respond back. My apology. I'll double check again, but I swear I was waiting on you to respond. But yeah, we'll set it up. Hopefully, we'll set it up. Even if you want to make it a live stream or a dual stream, we can do that as well. So you can also stream to your audience as well. We can do that as well. Whatever you prefer.
Hey, I love your content, Queen. You be getting it. Let's rumble.
And that's why I always say, guys, man, shout out to those that are watching us on Instagram, Facebook, Kick, and also Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow. It's also so very important. Shout out to those that are watching us on Instagram. Our Instagram family is growing. They're starting to comment on the video. We really do greatly appreciate it. They was going in on us about the Nelly one. That was funny. But I would say, shout out to you guys, man. We really do greatly appreciate it. Also, those that are watching us on Kick and also Twitch. Follow. Pretty soon we will be on Rumble. We're working on that in the back. And also X, so be on the lookout for that one. I will come on for sure. I'll find you on I'll find you on IG now.
Can't wait. Yep.
Yeah, just email me your IG. We'll create a group chat, and then we'll set it up, and we'll have you on the show. Can't wait to have you on the show. It's gonna be a really, really dope conversation. Hip hop, Jordan. Hip hop. What's going on in the hip hop world?
Let's talk about it. Let's get it. We're gonna talk about Young Dolph's murder, and his court was today. And looking at it today, it's been strange. His two killers confessed, and Yo Gotti's older. It was Yo Gotti's. My bad. Let me look it up. Yo Gotti's.
Yeah, he has a funny name.
Yeah, Yo Gotti's brother ordered a hit on Young Dolph's killers and everything, and even met the shooter right before they deleted Dolph. So I'm gonna read the source from TMZ. So the trial of Young Dolph alleged murderers is off to a bombshell start, as one of the accused shooters confessed on the stand and even implied his co-defendant. While testifying today, Cornelius Smith admitted he was indeed the man seen firing a semi-automatic in November of 2021 surveillance footage that captured the Memphis rapper superstar that got murdered. According to Smith, he had no emotions at the time. He took Young Dolph's life, and he was simply attempting to line his pockets with cash. 100 G's to be exact, paid by Yo Gotti's now deceased brother Big Juke. Yep. Who himself, how you say his name? Big Juke?
Yeah, but you said Big Juke, all these Southern names. Like,
Yeah, so yeah, Big Juke, who himself was got deleted in January. Smith also testified that Justin Johnson was his accomplice in the murder and fingerly him as the man fired the handgun. He also implied the other suspect, Hernandez Gavin, as his former drug dealer and the person who informed them that Juke had $100K bounty on Young Dolph. Smith said he and Johnson only knew each other for a few months before the shooting, but the plan was for him to take $40,000 each and give Gavin $10,000. His math isn't great, as that left a whole $10K unaccounted for, but Smith says he only managed to take $800 home when it was all said and done. Smith says they stalked Young Dolph ahead of his Thanksgiving drive, where they eventually trailed him to his favorite